Hi, welcome along to our blog, and we're at Hillary's Boat Harbour in Perth, Western Australia, and we're all looking pretty casual because we've come here off the back of an article that we posted less than 24 hours ago to our blog, which speaks about the death of email marketing. I'm James Corby, and I've got Clint Marr and Kirk O'Connor with me, and we're all team members here at Oracle Digital.
I always look this scruffy, by the way.
So, we stand by our statement that social media is the way forward for small to medium businesses.
I guess if you've got a significant list, then sending out an email newsletter, or an email offer, you're looking at a numbers game and a percentage game. And a percentage of those people will get the email, a percentage will open, and then perhaps a percentage might take the action that you want them to take. But for 99.99999%, if you like, recurring of businesses, an email list of 25,000, 50,000 or 100,000 is just not achievable. Perhaps they've got an email list of 100. If they've got an email list of 100, perhaps 11% of those emails get through and get opened. Perhaps they might get one sale, perhaps they might get no sales or no action at all.
I think then also that, what really weighs in heavily here is the social interaction with your brand. Obviously, when you send an email, you don't get the same reaction. It's not received as warmly.
Well, an email is a broadcast, if you like. It's a single point of communication, and more these days we're looking at an interaction with the people who have an interest in our business and an interest in our products. So what we're trying to do is make it a two-way conversation and perhaps even a multi-way conversation where people are talking with their friends and sharing information with their friends, or inviting their friends to come and have a look at the bargain at Bill's Jeans, where Bill is offering 25% off the latest brand of Levi's, and maybe I date myself there somewhat by mentioning Levi's, but nice plug for Levi's.
Yeah,
but
I still wear Levi's.
I guess the fact is that if the bargain is such that you have offered through social media, people can very easily share that, and I guess it comes down to value. If you're adding value, then the chances are that you have an opportunity of getting a return on that offer of value.
Well, the thing about email marketing is most people who do it, they don't do it right. They've got no clue what they're doing, and they're just wasting the time, and more importantly, they're wasting their subscribers' time.
It's hard, isn't it? I mean, email marketing is not easy, and we know that some people commit, if you like, because they're disciplined and they want to do the right thing.
There is a certain
to sending an email every couple of weeks.
Yeah, well, that raises a good point, Clint. In terms of the internet marketing world, there is some people that are doing it really well. There's big internet marketers. How does that relate to the small people?
There are some big players who use email marketing extremely well
In Australia?
In Australia, worldwide. At the same time, there's a lot more people who are just that they have no idea what they're doing, and they don't have a list of 10,000, 20,000 people. The people who do have the big lists and who are managing those lists well, they're doing social media in conjunction with it, and they're forming this great synergy so that it really sets it on fire. So
Exactly.
Email marketing, for now, it's still alive in some circles. But we're not talking about internet marketing circles. We're talking about
bricks and mortar businesses.
Bricks and mortar businesses, about Joe the plumber, or Fred and Mary's fish and chip shop. Email marketing, it's a waste of time. Don't do it. Why am I going to opt into Fred and Mary's fish and chip shop for a free ebook? It's not going to happen, is it?
Or a $5 voucher off your next visit.
Yeah, no. At least on social media, they can engage with the audience. People who actually want to engage with those people, they can come and press that like button. And that's how we operate our business. That's how we operate our clients' business. And it's working absolutely phenomenal right now.
Exactly.
Now, something else you might want to add, me being perhaps a little bit older than a few people here, I have young adults as children, and a trend I'm seeing with my two children now who are at university and out working is that socially they don't use email. They use email at work, of course, because they're forced to, but socially they use Facebook. So they're never going to see anything coming through an email.
That brings up a really good point that one of our critiques suggested.
Yeah, there was a comment on spin.com, and consequently our article has been the feature post on spin.com for about 12 hours now. And there was a conversion scientist who's quite well noted, Mr. Massey out of the United States, that commented on that post, and he suggested that if email marketing's dead, how did you join Facebook, and how were you notified of your interactions on Facebook? Well, if you actually...
I'm logged on the Facebook all day, every day.
Well, that's...
Absolutely, yeah.
My red thing pops
That's right. Well, that's for most people.
Yeah.
With the use of mobile handheld devices, the amount of time they spend on Facebook, the amount of interactions, they have their email alerts disabled.
I do. Most definitely.
Absolutely.
You got it.
On average...
Otherwise your inbox is going to go silly.
We're interacting at a personal and a business level all day long on Facebook. If I got an email alert every time that somebody reacted or interacted to one of my posts, my inbox would be full. So
now, and we're also not saying that email is dead. Let's make a distinction. We're talking about email marketing. People are still communicating with email,
and this is more
less.
based on prospects too. Not a list of people who are your buyers who spend money with you. Their email is completely fine to communicate because they want to know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and I think it's a really good point that we distinguish that too, Clint, because some of the larger online business, biggest internet...
But look, James, a lot of people actually haven't read the article right through.
Right.
And that's where they're getting confused.
Right. A lot of the bigger online businesses and bigger internet marketers, James Schramko from Fast Web Formula is one of those that has a very active and passionate group of followers. And in his situation and in his circles at that level of internet marketing or online business, it's not really applicable because they're people that have been to his seminars.
That's right.
They've bought his product.
They're committed.
They're committed to it.
Yeah,
we're talking about new leads, new prospects that come to your website or come to your fan page. What we're proposing is you've got a much better chance of converting those prospects via social networking than trying to lure them into a committed environment by giving you up information in a non-social environment and then asking them to purchase beyond that step.
You could perhaps even take the example of ourselves. We're big WordPress providers, WordPress theme providers and WordPress solution providers. James says experts, but hey, we have suppliers in the trade that supply premium plugins, premium themes. Those people are always offering new information, tutorials, new products, all sorts of things. But it's all done through social media.
Yeah,
in
Twitter
fact,
and
look,
that.
if a new
or on their fan
theme
pages.
comes out at
Exactly.
Studio Press, who we use, another plug for Studio Press there, the first place I'll find out about that is Twitter. And commonly I'll find out about that a week before it's released, so I can go in, I can check it out. They don't send me emails. I wouldn't look at their emails. I get 3 or 4 words in Twitter and a link, and I can choose, and that's the thing, That's the thing. If I see 5 or 6 words in my Facebook feed or in my Twitter feed and a link, I can very quickly scan through those. I can choose the ones I want to investigate. It's not invasive of my time. An email, and I get about 50 to 100 a day, is very invasive of my time, and I look at very, very few of them. And I don't think I'm unique here.
No,
not at all.
Very high email filters. I have to. Otherwise, you just do not get any work done.
Well, look, on that point, let's discuss. It's obviously this story consolidates our theories in such. Oracle Digital is a business. We've put out there a story, yes, be it controversial, that we've got a moderate following on Facebook. We've got some passionate supporters, and this story is a testament to this strategy in itself. That in less than 24 hours, we've had a huge response on Facebook. We've achieved feature articles on spin.com, one of the largest digital marketing news sources in the world. It's gone crazy on Twitter. That is testament to if you engage your audience and abide by a social media strategy, that if we had applied the same email and press release to our database, where would we have got?
Nowhere.
No. So anyway, we'll move on. Let's discuss some of the interaction that's happened so far. So on Twitter, Marguerite, this plays back into Clint's core experience. Marguerite_Cole. Just increased my product launch revenue by 14% with one email to around 10,000 people.
Well, not many people have a list of 10,000.
Thank you.
But
not many. Probably less than 0.00001% have a list greater than 10,000 or anywhere near 10,000. Let's be honest.
Marguerite, I can assure you that you're probably doing it in very tight conjunction with Facebook marketing as well.
Yes. Now some positive stuff. Reach your markets tweeted. Reach your customers where their eyes are right now.
What are the figures? What are the figures now for people on Facebook? They're phenomenal, aren't they?
500
the
million.
Growth, where's the growth? Clint, you were mentioning this in the article. The growth is in the middle-aged people as well as the young
35 to 55s.
Yep.
35 to 55s. Consumers, taxpayers, business owners.
You've got to go where the customers are. The customers are on Facebook. That's where they are.
I think that consolidates the fact, and we never really touched on the fact that the email facilities built within Facebook really hold any weight. But there is speculation now that Facebook is starting to move to an environment.
It's not speculation at all. It's happening. It's in beta mode right now.
So they're essentially
an internal emailing system.
So it's a new email client
Facebook,
like Outlook and Gmail.
It's called Facebook messaging.
Right.
Facebook messages.
Exactly.
So basically, always add value, no matter what platform you're using, whether it's email marketing, social media, or on your website, or in front of a client personally. Always add value.
That's right.
Number two, don't think that you have to send out an email or send out a message. If you've got nothing to say and you've got no value to add, we'll then get something to say and get some value to add before you go out. Keep it brief. Put a link in there so they can click to the link if they so desire.
My last thoughts. Some of the questions that I've heard, which have concerned me a little bit, is people speculating that by generating your momentum, engaging your audience on Facebook and abandoning your list is putting your business at the mercy of Facebook and their corporation. My response to that is a lot of online businesses that have built large lists and invested large amounts of money, the whole time that money was invested, they're at the mercy of Google. As long as you apply a holistic approach to Google, they'll allow you to continue.
And at the mercy of their third-party email providers like Aweber,
exactly,
iContact.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
And we all know that Aweber has had some massive problems over the last year. They've had two or three security breaches.
Right.
So you are at the mercy of these guys as well.
Exactly.
Yeah, sure, you can export your list, but at the end of the day, it does need to be hosted somewhere.
Exactly. And the day that Google cuts you off is the day that your list essentially becomes worthless, because you can't build it anymore. If your website and the brand that you built over many years gets cut off, sure, you can build another one and generate new products, but you've got to build another brand. It's not the same. We're always, and have been for a long time, at the mercy of online giants. So from that perspective, I wouldn't be concerned. That's the last thing I want to say. How about you?
Yeah, well, look, we're getting off topic because this whole post was aimed at bricks and mortar businesses, not internet marketers.
Right.
Exactly. So, look, to sum up, thank you very, very much for taking the time to watch this video. From Clint, James and I, we hope you come back sometime and we'll have some more great information for you, and we hope we add some value.
And continue to add comments to the blog or wherever you see this post around the internet, because we surely enjoy the good conversation.